Hey, what's up guys? It's been a little while, but welcome back to another episode of Floyd Speed Shop. Let's go over what we've been able to chip away at with this twin turbo 4th gen Camaro. All right, we got the car up in the air. Look, I'm just wanting to give a quick update, tell you guys where we're at, and explain why we're just a little held up. We wanted to make just some minor changes to the cold side, and I'm really excited to show you guys. So check it out. The first thing I want to show you guys is some of the fitment on the Huron Speed twin turbo kit. No issues, solid kit. I did a couple things just to give us a little bit more just a little bit more clearance in certain areas, but check out what we did so far. We have the whole drivetrain, turbo kit and everything in the car, and it's looking real nice. The BMR tubular K-member fits great. The turbo kit fits great. I can't stress it enough. Make sure you follow the instructions that Huron Speed gives with the turbo kit, because you will miss necessary steps. So read through it again. One thing that I missed as I was putting the engine in was this little lip right here needs to be cut and bent. So I actually dropped the engine 6 inches or so and then did it on my lift, and I was able to bend it enough to where it fit, but the most problematic area is right here. And even though I cut it quite a bit, it was still barely touching, and I didn't want any long-term issues with the turbo or any vibration or anything like that. So I just went ahead and made some really nice 1/4-inch pucks that I put under the K-member out of aluminum, 1/4-inch aluminum just bar, and I went and I got some hardware that's just a little bit longer. With that being said, it gave us more than enough clearance, and I'm super happy with how everything lines up now. So I put some aftermarket valve covers on up top, and it gives us even more clearance to service the coils and whatnot. Another thing too on this starter, you have to make sure you use the supplied block, and I didn't catch that in the instructions the first time, and it was just a hassle trying to get this installed. Heads up on this is such a tight package here that the gap between this block and this piece of pipe right here, this flex pipe, it is so tight that if you're not careful, it'll just be hard to install these bolts. So what I did is I went ahead and I shaved down some material right here, and as you guys can see, it gave us a perfect amount of clearance. And then one other thing too, I assembled all of the hot side outside of the car. As you guys have seen in my last videos, the entire hot side was installed outside the car with the K-member in place, and then lifted up in the car. The other tight spot is right here. You guys are gonna wanna get this boot on and the cold side on before you put it in the car, because I don't know if it's possible to get this on. Maybe it is, but it's just difficult. But I installed this and I clamped it tight before we put it up there, and this is just, that's its home from now on. This gap right here, it is, again, super tight. So once you clock your turbo, and they should come clocked already, but once you clock your turbo and set it, it will sit centered to this webbing, and yeah, clamp that boot on there and just let it be. That's about where we're at with the install. Let me show you guys what we're doing with the cold side. So this is the original intercooler for the cold side on the APS kit. What we're going with is this style intercooler, and the hopes are we can run the same cold side pipes to the lower inlets, and then one charge pipe right there going to the throttle body, easing up some of the tightness that's in the original kit. I talked to John at Huron Speed. Man, what great customer service those guys have, and killer product too. Everything that they have is just super well fabricated, looks really nice, and great finishes as well. So what we're doing is I'm gonna tighten up the radiator area, make a little bit more room right here, tighten up this gap. And then we are going to 3D scan this whole area to have a charge pipe that fits for this. We're using the same cold side up to the intercooler, just with some extended boots. And then we're going to use, yeah, one custom charge pipe. They gave me a couple pieces to play with. I'm still messing with that. But I wanted to send you guys this update just to show you guys where we're at. We're still chipping away at it. It's just been busy with work. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. I just wanted to upload something to show you guys the progress we made. We have a few rainy days coming up this week, so I'll be able to dedicate some solid hours into this Camaro. Tell me, guys, what you think about these K-member spacers. My plan is to run the same 1/4-inch spacer on the bottom of the strut where it meets the control arm. My theory with that is it drops the geometry 1/4 of an inch across the board. I don't think we'll have any issues with steering, bump steer. I don't think we'll have any suspension issues. I think if we drop all of the geometry 1/4 of an inch, it should stay uniform across the board. What else? Hey, I guess that'll do it. Stay tuned, you guys. If you haven't, hit subscribe. This is gonna be an awesome project, and when I can dedicate some real time into shooting this content, the video quality will only go up, is what I'm trying to say. And for the classic hot rodders out there, we got this old girl next. Once that Camaro's on the road and tuned up and driving, we're chopping this thing down, chopping the bed up. We've got the full drivetrain that we already fired up on the engine stand, 4L80 and 4.8. We've got parts piling up for it. This will be a sweet rig. We're gonna keep it rusty and crusty. We're just gonna patch up the floors just enough to keep debris out of the cab. Already has a beefy rear end, 5-lug disc brakes. This will be a fun little rig right here. So hit subscribe, follow along, keep it real, and take care. We'll see you there.